February 1959. In the depths of Russia's Ural Mountains, 9 experienced hikers set out on a journey they would never return from. Days later, a rescue team would discover their camp, torn apart, half buried in snow. The tent was ripped open from the inside, personal belongings still neatly arranged, and the hikers themselves scattered across the frozen wasteland. Some were barefoot in knee-deep snow. Some had crushed skulls and broken ribs. One woman was missing her tongue. This is not a story of legends or superstition, but a true event, one that has haunted the world for more than 60 years. Welcome to Hidden Chapters and the mystery of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. It began with a dream of adventure. Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student from the Ural Polytechnic Institute, assembled a team of 9 skilled hikers, men and women who had braved the harshest Siberian conditions before. Their mission was to reach the remote Ural Mountain, a name that in the local Mansi language means, "Don't go there." They departed on January 25, 1959, taking a train north to Ivdel, then traveling by truck and ski to reach the last inhabited settlement, Vijhai. From there, civilization ended. Beyond lay only wilderness, mountains, and snow. The hikers kept a group diary filled with laughter and optimism. They sang songs, cooked together, and joked about the brutal cold, unaware that their words would soon become their final record. On January 31st, they reached the edge of the highlands. Weather reports describe snowstorms, low visibility, and temperatures dropping below -30 degrees Celsius. The group built a small storage site, a cache, leaving behind food and supplies for the return journey. Then, on February 1st, they began their final ascent toward Ural. But heavy snow and strong winds forced them off course. Instead of returning downhill to safety, Dyatlov made a fateful decision: to camp on the slope of a mountain the Mansi called Kholat Syakhl, the mountain of the dead. That night, the last photograph was taken, a blurred image of the group setting up their tent in a whiteout. They were never seen alive again. When the group failed to send word by February 12th, relatives began to worry. Days turned into weeks, and on February 20th, rescue teams finally set out. They searched the mountains by air and by foot until, on February 26th, they found the campsite. What they saw shocked them. The tent was half collapsed, half buried in snow. It had been cut open from the inside, as if the hikers had fled in terror. Inside, everything was neatly arranged: shoes, jackets, notebooks, cameras. But no one was there. Footprints led away from the tent, descending the slope, barefoot or in socks, into the forest below. At the edge of the forest, beneath a cedar tree, the first 2 bodies were found, almost naked, lying near the remains of a small fire. Their hands were burned, suggesting they had tried desperately to keep warm. Between the tent and the tree, rescuers found 3 more bodies: Dyatlov, Kolmogorova, and Slobodin, frozen mid-stride, as if crawling back toward camp. It took 2 more months before the final 4 were found, buried deeper in a ravine under several feet of snow. The conditions were horrifying. 2 had severe chest fractures, 1 had a crushed skull. 1 woman's eyes were missing, another's tongue had been torn out. Medical experts said the force required to cause such injuries was similar to that of a car crash, yet there were no external wounds. The Soviet investigation was as strange as the incident itself. There was no evidence of foul play, no footprints of intruders, no signs of a fight. The lead investigator could only conclude the hikers died as a result of an unknown compelling force. But rumors began to spread: whispers of radiation, secret weapons testing, or a military cover-up. Some of the victims' clothing tested positive for radiation. Others' skin appeared discolored, orange, with gray hair. The files were sealed. The mountain was closed for years. Over the decades, countless theories have emerged. Many claim a small snow slab collapsed onto the tent, causing panic. The hikers cut their way out and fled, only to succumb to the cold. But rescuers found no clear avalanche traces. Some believe the group accidentally entered a secret Soviet weapons test zone, perhaps exposed to parachute mines or chemical gas. According to scientist Donny Ikar, powerful winds passing over the mountain may have created low-frequency vibrations known as infrasound, causing panic and disorientation. Several reports mention strange orange lights in the sky that night. Some suggest the hikers witnessed something not meant to be seen. Investigators ruled this out early. The local Mansi were peaceful and even helped in the search. In 2019, Russian authorities reopened the case and concluded the deaths were caused by a snow slab avalanche. Yet experts still argue that the terrain and conditions make that unlikely. More than 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass remains one of the coldest mysteries on Earth. Tourists still visit the site. A memorial now stands near where the tent was found, the wind still howling through the same silent valley. 9 young lives, lost to the snow, to the unknown, and to history. We may never know what truly happened on that frozen night, but their story reminds us that even in an age of reason, some truths remain hidden beneath the ice. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to uncover more mysteries buried in time.